Hi, Rig BB8 here, and I'm doing a video to preview to you my two fonts that are currently recently been released and on sale on saberfont.com for Plecter and NEC Crystal Focus version 8 compatible. So the fonts are The Last Encounter, we all know which movie inspired that font, and the Graflex Legacy, a Graflex font. So I'm going to run through those fonts with you. The reason I'm doing a video like this is because there are previews obviously on saberfont.com YouTube videos that I've made where kind of in the editing software you lay all the sound files out perfectly where you want them, and they sound amazing, and it's done that way to try and obviously sell the font to you, but it doesn't really give you a flavour of what the font's going to sound like in a hilt through a mono speaker while you're waving it around the room looking at a glowy light. So that's what this video is going to do. I've also got a speaker just on the end of here so that you can hear the sounds through this speaker as opposed to the microphone, as opposed to the microphone on the camera way over there, and it's all echoey and you won't get a proper idea of what it sounds like. So hopefully this microphone here will give you an idea of what it's like kind of as a user as opposed to a viewer. So I'm doing them both on the same hilt, so they've got the same speaker and the same resonance chamber, etc. So there's no variation there. The hilt I'm using is Vader's Vault Hero. It's got a 28mm bass speaker in it, standard speaker. A lot of you guys probably use that speaker in your hilts, so it should give you a decent, a comparable example as to what the font would sound like in your lightsaber. So without further ado, let's stop talking and do the first font, which is The Last Encounter. Hopefully it's set up on the right bank. And it is. Okay, so I wanted nice, short, sharp, powerful swings on this font. So quite pleased with how they turned out. I like the hum as well, metallic-y, kind of electric-y, different than the Graflex. Very kind of iconic, I think. Okay, the clashes. I wanted the clashes to be super powerful. You know the scene where Luke's kind of wailing on Vader? I wanted the clashes to kind of really feel like that. So hopefully that comes across. Really powerful. Same with the lockup. I wanted that really, really charged. A lot of energy going on in that battle, and I wanted the lockup to be the same. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. There's a lot of kind of twisting energy going on in that. Just here. And then the blasters. That's obviously from a well-known speeder scene. There's other blaster effects in the font. Just obviously the crystal shard that's in here only plays the one blaster, but there's obviously 4 in there, Crystal Focus 8 font, so they're all in there. Okay, so that's the last encounter. So that's on saberfont.com, NEC and Plector. So I'm just going to do a quick blade swap, because there's nothing worse. I mean, if you can't have the right font on the right hilt, you may as well at least have it in the right colour. Nobody wants a green Graflex sound. Okay, so this is the Graflex Legacy.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
The idea with this one was, rather than have a film-specific A New Hope Graflex, Episode 5 Graflex, The Force Awakens Graflex, much like all of our Graflex builds, mine isn't film-specific. There's Empire Strikes Back bits on here, there's A New Hope bits on here. I've just ordered a Romans clamp, because I want the Graflex lettering and I want it showing, but it's not an A New Hope build. So it's a real mix of bits, just like all you guys. So I thought, rather than have a font that's specific, let's have a font that encompasses all of the awesome Graflex sounds from all of its films. You know, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, The Force Awakens, the 3 that it's been in. So I kind of made a legacy font that really kind of just wrapped them all up. All the best bits from all the films in one font. That was the idea anyway. So let's fire her up. Now with the swings on this one, I really wanted them to sound like, you know, when Luke first fires up his lightsaber in Obi-Wan's hut, and he gives it a little woom, 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 gives it a little swing. I really love that sound, and that's what I wanted the swings to sound like. So hopefully we can recreate that scene and it'll sound right. I'll leave it up to you, but I'm happy with it. Clashes. The clashes are a mixture of all 3 films, and I really wanted them to have more impact like they do in The Force Awakens, because I love how hard hitting they are. They can be a bit flat or weak in the other 2 films. So hopefully the clashes, you'll hear that, they're quite powerful. But at the end of each clash, you get a little tell of kind of which signature sound it is. You might hear a little bit of kind of A New Hope kind of crackle at the end of it, or you might hear like a kind of a phased twist like they use in The Force Awakens. Bit of Empire Strikes Back in that one. Bit of A New Hope in that one, but you get the idea. But they're all quite strong. Same with the lockup. 3 films, 3 sounds. You can kind of listen to pick the bits out. They're all in there, and you've got to spot where they are. And then the blasters. That's a kind of an original trilogy blaster sound. There are obviously lots of others in the font pack. Only one plays on the Crystal Shard. So they're all in there. And there's a mixture of more retro sounds and kind of the more new sounds. Every blaster that's been fired at a Graflex basically is in there. There's also a bonus pack in the Graflex Legacy font, which allows you to have kind of sound bites at the end of each blaster clash. So I'll just play those. For those of you that don't have a crystal focus and can't use the kind of the combos or the force kind of sounds, but you still want something in there, you can kind of mix and match clashes. So you could have maybe 2 out of the 16 clashes to have kind of sound effects built into them, so that they didn't play every time, but you can kind of pick your favourite ones and you can mix and mash them. So every now and again you'll get a bit of audio, and I'll just show you that now.
Father's light, Saber. Stretch out your feelings.
Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
I'll show you the dark side.
What impressive. Obi-Wan has taught you well. It is useless to resist.
You get the idea. And there's 16 of those, and you can either have them, you can switch them all, or you can just have 2 or 3 or your favourite ones. Or like me, I have them on different banks. So I'll have one bank with all quotes, and then I'll duplicate the bank but only have clashes, depending on what I feel like.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
So there you go. The Last Encounter and Graflex Legacy. Hope you like them. Hope the sound comes across on here. I won't be able to tell until I've cut the film together. But they're both available on saberfont.com, and they're both for Plector, and they're both for NEC. So thanks for watching, and enjoy.